Click it or ticket. You have definitely heard this phrase before, and it's a message Hawaii's law enforcement officers have been using for years to ensure that you and your loved ones are safe on the road. The U.S. Department of Transportation has launched a new series of public service announcements that drive the message home. Check it out.
Hey, bud, you still coming over?
On my way. Be there in a few.
I'm starting to get real worried about you.
The seatbelt.
Give me a call when you get a chance. Love you.
Now, this video is strong, showing the pain a loved one could face after losing someone in a car crash without buckling up. And here to share the state's continued push to keep the roads safe is Lance Ray, our representative for the Hawaii Department of Transportation. How are you doing, Lance?
I'm doing very well. Do you wear your seatbelt every day in the front seat and the back seat?
I use my seatbelt every single day. Every single day. From the there was an incident where my dad wasn't wearing his seatbelt, and the law had just come into play, and we got stopped by the police officer, and that has been just stuck in my head.
It's interesting that you bring that up because, you know, the universal seatbelt law came into effect in Hawaii, meaning all front and back seat passengers have to have the seat. It was 2013.
Yes.
So not that long ago.
Yeah,
not that long ago. Yeah. So using seatbelts is very, very important. You know.
It is. It is. Thank you so much for sharing that portion of the law with us. But be honest. I mean, why is it important for somebody to buckle up? Even if they're just like, oh, you know, I'm just going to go down the street to the store.
It doesn't matter in anything. You need to buckle up, right? And you need to wear that 3-point seatbelt, right? So, you know, when you get into a collision, you know, it sort of spreads out that crash energy. You know, that's why we wear that seatbelt, right? You know, you don't want to become a projectile going through, you know, and we think, oh, you know, I'm in the back seat, I don't need to wear a seatbelt. You do, right? Because you're going to go forward and you're going to be a projectile, and you might not only go through that windshield, but also kill the people in front of you. So always buckle up. It's your safest thing to keep yourself safe while behind the wheel. Yeah.
Are there some stats that you can share in regards to Hawaii and people who use seatbelts and don't?
So let's talk about the good stats right here. In the state of Hawaii, we're pretty much good. We're pretty much good. About 97% of us wear our seatbelts.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, awesome, awesome. But then when you look at our crash fatalities, right? So you look in 2023, you know, of the occupant passengers that died in a crash, right? 42% of them were not wearing their seatbelts, right? That was 14 people. Yes. So that means half of those people could have survived that crash, right? And it's important for us every time we get into the behind the wheel that, you know, our auntie doesn't put on the seatbelt and then take this and put it on the back like this, you know, make sure everyone's wearing their seatbelt.
Right, and yeah, there's always that thing where, oh, it's uncomfortable, it's cutting me across my neck, and da-da-da-da-da. I'll just tuck it behind my arm.
And that's a
bad form.
No, because again, like I said, we want to spread that crash energy across our body because this is the strongest points here on our hips and on our shoulders when the energy comes that way.
That's important to know. So what is the Department of Transportation doing to help ensure that people stay safe?
This is exciting.
Not just now, but every single day of the year.
This is so exciting. You know, National Click It Ticket, everybody knows this campaign, right? It's one of the most successful traffic safety campaigns for the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It started in '93 and kind of worked its way through. You know, it's enforcement, you know, from the 20th on Monday all the way through the 2nd of June, but it's also education. We have all these wonderful PSAs out there. I'm here on the show to talk to you about it. You know, and we're reaching out to everyone to make sure they understand the importance of wearing your seatbelt day and night. So we really want to tell people that enforcement is not just for 2 weeks, you know, it's all year round. You know, all 4 county police departments are looking out to make sure you're wearing your seatbelt.
Can you give us a little bit more details on the law enforcement part, though? Are they going to be on every single block and every single street?
You know, I can't tell you where they're going to be, okay, you know, but they're going to be out there, and there will be blitzes out there doing it. But, you know, I go out to the neighbor islands all the time, you know, and our neighbor island police officers are always out there making sure people are wearing their seatbelts, you know, but they're also looking for other things too, you know, please do not speed, please do not drive impaired, you know, and if you get stopped for that and you're not, you know, buckled up or your keiki is not properly restrained in the back seat, you're going to get a citation,
Well, you know what, Lance, thank you so much for coming to share this important thing. And, you know, we have a lot of people will grumble about, oh, you're such a bad driver, and that guy just cut me off and stuff like that. But this is the one thing that you can do for yourself, right? I mean, you can't always control how other people drive, but this is the one thing that you can do for yourself to keep yourself safe when you're in your vehicle.
It's the most important thing we have in that car, to stay alive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Lance, for joining us. Hawaii Department of Transportation, getting that word out, and they're going to be out on the roads.
And don't forget, click it, don't risk it.
Click it, don't risk it, click it or ticket.